I last stayed at New York over a decade ago, and the rooms were tired, dated, and felt like 1992. Fresh off a $63 million renovation project that touched every room in the resort, I was excited to give it another crack. I booked New York's baseline Soho King room, which was complimentary based on my play within the MGM Rewards loyalty program. I was still on the hook for the resort fee plus tax of $47.62, however. Mobile check-in and room keys are one aspect of staying at MGM Resorts properties like New York that I've really grown to enjoy. I love skipping lines, and I commonly get access to my room before the standard check-in time, although it's not guaranteed unless you pay for that privilege in advance. In this case, I received an alert on my phone that my room and room keys were ready at 9 a.m. and up to the room I headed. On the way up to the room, I took note of theming elements in the elevator and on the 38th floor elevator lobby, although the hotel hallway was pretty bland, lacking any real decor strategy. Whatever the hallway lacked in decor, the room more than made up for. New York's room renovation work modernized the room's appearance with a graffiti accent wall, a separate brick accent wall, New York City themed wall art, fashionable light fixtures, and fresh furniture. There were pops of bright yellow and red that made the room feel vibrant. I really liked that aspect. Embarrassingly, I had thought the brick wall was real until the moment I walked into the room and realized it was just wallpaper. The TV stand was home to a safe, mirror, TV, and bench, although there wasn't a minibar or fridge at all for that matter. The furniture definitely had an IKEA look and feel to it, but it was in great shape and I thought it was fashionable enough. Both traditional outlets and USB charge ports were located on either side of the bed. I was also fortunate enough to have a strip view, which forced me to watch the slow death of Tropicana across the street. Respect. My feelings at this point were that this was a clean, fashionable, modern-feeling hotel room that won't bankrupt a guy. The bathroom was pretty bare bones and utilitarian, and it had a similar layout to what you'd find at a motel or budget hotel, although the finishes were a step above in my opinion. Unbranded bath products were also provided. The bathroom was fine, albeit nothing to write home about. So what's not to like? When I do hotel room reviews, I get down on my hands and knees looking for scuffs, stains, damage, etc. And I found some of the thickest hairs I've ever encountered in my life at the base of the toilet, in the sink, and in a corner near the bathtub. These hairs were so thick they immediately reminded me of the squid ink pasta I had previously eaten at Cosmopolitan's Wicked Spoon Buffet. And look, I'm not even upset. If this is your hair, I need you to drop your secret in the comments, as I'm desperately trying to reverse a balding trend. Although this is a recently renovated room, New York neglected to swap out outlet covers and switches with that renovation work, opting instead to leave the old yellowed weather ones to live on. Not a big deal, just something I noticed. The TV interface was also cumbersome to navigate. There was no on-screen guide to show you what was on each channel now and in the future. Instead, they just gave you a list of channels, so you had to manually plug in each channel to see what was on. If it wasn't of interest, you had to plug in another. Guys, it's the 2020s. An on-screen guide should be the standard. Let's shift focus to the broader resort experience at New York, and my favorite aspect of that resort experience is the intricate theming. That, quite frankly, never gets old and has drawn me back over and over again throughout the years. Yes, the exterior facade of the resort is iconic, but my favorite part of the resort to stroll through is their village eateries, which is designed to look like Greenwich Village in New York City, and it looks like a high-budget movie set. The way they work a number of restaurants into the street level of the buildings is masterful, and the level of detail, if you take the time to look up, is unreal. Dining options at New York are wide-ranging and span the price-quality spectrum from Shake Shack burgers, food court fare, and Tom's Watch Bar all the way to high-end steaks. I tend to be drawn to cheaper dining options and enjoyed this Philly cheesesteak and French fries from Capriotti's that set me back $22. America is also a go-to sit-down restaurant of mine, offering inexpensive meals like this New York steak and eggs that has a menu price of $19. America has never blown me away, but I've always left satisfied. New York, New York's casino is one of my favorites in Las Vegas, if only for the aesthetics. Nothing beats the elevator descent down onto the casino floor, which is also thick with New York theming elements. Nightlife-wise, I recommend checking out the bar at Times Square, which fires up a dueling piano show nightly. Randomly, my wife and I stumbled across this show years ago, and to this day it remains one of my most memorable nights I've ever had in Las Vegas. If you brought your kids along on this trip, make sure to swing into New York, New York's arcade, which is also where you can buy tickets and board their Big Apple coaster, a legitimately wild and thrilling ride that will leave adult patrons sore for around 3 days. Another fun diversion is Hershey's World, that boasts a Statue of Liberty made out of chocolate, amazing desserts, milkshakes, a wall of bulk Hershey Kisses, and candy-branded merchandise. The pool at New York, New York does not rank among the most impressive on the Strip, but it is functional, has a good-sized hot tub, and offers visuals of the roller coaster above. Location-wise, New York, New York is in a great position on the south end of the Strip and is steps away from other resorts and attractions. If you're heading south to Luxor or Mandalay Bay, ensure you catch a free tram at Excalibur next door to save some steps. There is also a monorail stop at MGM Grand right across the street that can take you north along the east side of the Strip all the way to Sahara and Westgate. This Soho King room at New York, New York was easily worth the $47.62 I paid. While not a luxury property by any stretch of the imagination, New York, New York's recent renovation work has put this property back on the map for me when I'm looking for a budget-friendly yet quality hotel product. New York, New York's resort-wide theming has been the carrot that's drawn me back to visit for years, and it'll continue to do so. If you're looking for a decent hotel room at a great resort in a good location that won't break the bank, put New York, New York under consideration. It's a solid spot.